Hello, it's tea for Tiffany Co. And here I have my pastiche breakfast for Tiffany. So let's go. I will refuse to be the late Pinkietessa. This is, of course, Pinkietessa's A-Z of London. Tiffany Co are arguably one of the world's best-known jewellers, with their hugely recognisable light blue carrier bags, which are apparently very sought-after items. Not the jewellery, then. This ain't no custom jewellery malarkey, it's the real premium stuff, and everyone's just mad for the engagement rings. So how much does a Tiffany engagement ring actually set you back? According to my sources, you can pay up to $500,000 plus, but you'd have to be mad or very, very rich, or possibly both. On the Tiffany Co website, there are 50 engagement ring designs to choose from. Looking at the classic Tiffany, white gold for instance, it can be bought in differing carat weights from 0.25 to 2.5. The smaller diamond costs about £1,275, whilst the larger, if available, £37,700. The note about pricing states prices are based on colour, clarity and carat weight, and are subject to change and availability. A broader selection of carat weights are available. But there's a discrepancy in pricing if buying in dollars rather than pounds, by about as much as £1,000 in some instances. But you won't get it confirmed for love nor diamonds.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Tiffany's. Cartier. Black Star, Ross Gore. Talk to me, Harry Wisdom. Tell me all about it. There may come a time when a hardball employer thinks you're awful nice.
But girls, get that ice or else no dice. Tiffany's must surely be one of the world's premier jewellers. Why? Because they say they are. It is considered that they have been the measure of excellence for diamonds for nearly the like of 175 years. Why? Because they say they are. They might genuinely have something there, for in 1926 the US government did accept the Tiffany standard for purity for platinum. And so it came to pass that on the 18th of September 1837, Tiffany's started life as a stationery and fancy goods emporium in Lower Manhattan, New York City. It was founded by Charles Lewis Tiffany and Teddy Young, operating then as Tiffany, Young and Ellis. By 1853, Charles Tiffany had taken control and ditched Young and Ellis, the names at least, shortening it to the now very familiar Tiffany Co. The firm moved its emphasis into jewellery, and the brand began its trip down the road that would eventually establish it as the world's leading brand, or something like that. In 1886, the six-pronged diamond solitaire Tiffany setting was introduced, and along with Tiff's other premium rings, they all headed for the heights, becoming the hugely desirable items that they are today. The flagship store moved to just regular Manhattan in 1940 and has been at this eminent address on the corner of 5th Avenue and 57th Street ever since. It sports a polished granite exterior and is exceedingly well known for its ever-so-wee window displays. The store has featured in a number of films, but undoubtedly best known for its appearance in the opening credits of Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring the incredibly famous Audrey Hepburn. Naturally, its starring role in the title of the film and the book has surely done the brand no end of good. Breakfast at Cartier, breakfast at Harry Winston's. No, see, it just doesn't work. Today there is a Tiffany shop or outlet in every major city in the world, and it's on a par with the most famous and recognisable brands in the world, except Tiff does it for jewellery, trinkets, engagement rings and whatchamacallings. The London-based flagship shop is situated in Mayfair at 25 Old Bond Street, West 1. It opened in 1986, and I don't know the reason why that particular year, but perhaps the economy was suitably fabulous for it. Tiffany Co.'s shares were traded for the first time in the New York Stock Exchange in 1987, so it seems likely that the 1980s were a time when Tiffany's tentacles were stretching worldwide. But I do know that in 2002, Tiffany Co. bought the premises on this site, along with the adjoining building in 15 Albemarle Street, for a total cost of $43 million. At today's exchange, that would be nearly £28 million. By 2007, Tiffany Co. had sold the building for £73 million. The new owner is not known, but everyone thought it was Sir Alan Sugar, who immediately said it wasn't. But Lord Shook, as of 2009, was thought to be in the bidding. David Harper of Harper Dennis Hobbs, the agent for the sale, would say it was not a corporation that bought the 15,000 square foot of property, but there had been a number of private high net worth individuals in the running for the old Bond Street property, hailing from Europe and Japan. Don't worry, Tiffany's can still be found on Old Bond Street, as the company had always planned for this type of sale-leaseback transaction. There is now in place a 15-year lease for the building with 2 10-year renewal options for the store. So where does that take us up to? That's 5 and 7, 22 plus, how about, 2042, I think. That's past most people's caring time. So what did Tiff do back in 2007 with all this new dosh? They were going to use the proceeds for general corporate purposes. Oh yeah, I'm going to get me some of that. An interesting fact. There is no such thing as a Bond Street. It might be on the Monopoly board, but there is no actual such address. It's either Old Bond Street or New Bond Street, but no, just Bond Street. With that knowledge, you can now rest easy in your bed tonight. I know I will. Tiffany Blue is a colour trademark and part of the important branding for this iconic company. The trademark Tiffany Blue carrier bags and general packaging are highly sought after in themselves. The colour is produced as a private custom colour by Pantone with PMS number 1837, the year of the company's foundation. How jolly, eh? However, China Gaze does a nail polish called For Audrey, which is a Tiffany type blue. Goodness, I hope they've got a license for that, otherwise it'll be guns at dawn. Currently, Tiffany includes such designers as Frank Gehry, Paloma Picasso, Jean Chamberlain, and Elsa Peretti, who as of May 2012 may be set to leave after 38 years of working together. Since 2009, her designs have accounted for 10% of Tiff's net sales. Wowee! Elsa is now over 70, so a double retirement might ensue. Grazia were inconsolable. Elle were practical. She's got them by the Watsits, they said. Forbes reported it. Oh, no. So did the Telegraph Mail, and just about anyone in fashion who's anyone. But then the tale goes cold, so I don't know what she did. But it looks like Tiffany came up with the goods, because in the end, she's still on the website and still in the shops. Tiffany pops up in popular culture on a regular basis, jolly often, appearing in songs such as those sung by Marilyn Monroe, Every Baby Needs a Dad, Dad, Daddy, and Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and also in Eartha Kitt's classic Christmas song, Santa Baby. The first American Bond gal appeared in Diamonds Are Forever, calling herself Tiffany Case. In Truman Capote's 1958 novella, Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is nothing like the movie, by the way, the protagonist, Holly Golightly, Audrey Thingy in the film, constantly refers to the store as the best place in the world where nothing bad can take place. I don't know, you try taking in a balaclava and a gun, however jewel-studded. The New York best-selling series, The Clique, the 9th novel in this series, is called Bratfest at Tiffany's. It's further referenced in Ugly Betty, Gossip Girl, Legally Blonde, and the sequel, Legally Blonde 11. You know how much I love a sequel. In Marjorie Hart's 2007 memoir, Summer at Tiffany, she rather interestingly, with her friend, was one of the first 2 female employers to work on the floor at Tiffany's during the summer of 1945. It doubles as an interesting glance at events as the Theatre of War, that's the World War II one, or 11, egg in the pudding now, I know, reaches its closure. But did you know a Tiff Fancy is a piece of jewellery you'd like to buy but can't possibly afford it? And that has been my tea for Tiffany. Naturally, I won't leave you without the reminder that you can view the rest of Pinkietessa's A to Z of London on Pinkietessa's YouTube. Please don't hesitate to subscribe. Yes, subscribe now. Yes, now. There's always good stuff from Pinkietessa.com, and liking this video in particular will surely get you into heaven, or at very least into my good books.